Hello, FlossTube friends. This is Tina Fraser coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Monday, June 20th. I believe it's June 20th. Yes, it's June 20th at approximately 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm coming to you today with a FlossTube update from my weekend at StitchCon Weekend Bee down in Cincinnati, Ohio at the Sharonville Convention Center, hosted by Keepsakes Cross Stitch in Sharonville, Ohio, and worked basically. StitchCon is a convention for FlossTubers and all their fans. So this was my first experience at StitchCon down in Cincinnati, and I was really excited to finally get to go. So for those of you new to my channel, especially after this weekend, hi, thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming to visit and listening to what I have to say. Hopefully you'll get some fond memories from this if you were at StitchCon Weekend Bee with me this weekend. I was really glad to meet everybody and to see everybody. I'm stumbling over my words because, yeah, I'm still kind of tired. And anyway, so yeah, I don't know if this is going to be coming to you backwards or not. I have no idea because it's filming backwards. That is backwards to me. So on the video, so I don't know if the video is going to flip it or not. I hope it does. Because yeah, that would be kind of weird if the whole entire video is that being backwards. I don't think it's gonna show up that way. I think it's gonna flip just fine, but I usually record in my basement. I am up in my craft room upstairs today because there's some nice light. I could have the windows open. You could hear some of the birds chirping behind me. And I haven't taken all my work stuff, including my laptop, downstairs yet because I go into the office tomorrow. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, thank you very much. If you came here because of StitchCon Weekend Bee, let me know and down in the comments. I'd like to say hi to you. I'd like to friend you, and I'd also like to follow your channel if I haven't already followed your channel, or connect with you on Instagram. Keep in mind that I do more I'm more active on Facebook and YouTube than I am on Instagram. I do tend to, whenever I update things do get updated also to Instagram, but I'm not terribly active on there. But I would like to follow you. If you let me, send me a message if you can, about how we can get in contact with each other. That would be great. Anyway, but if you're new, this is my channel where I talk mostly about cross stitch. I also do other things like diamond painting. If you were at StitchCon and you walked through the brag table area, you probably saw my big poster board that had my Heaven and Art Designs piece stitched, and the diamond painting I'm in process of completing below it. So hopefully you had a chance to take a look at that. I thought that would be an interesting thing to bring because I don't know how many people realize that you can actually transfer cross stitch patterns into diamond paintings, as long as there isn't like many fractional stitches, specialty stitches, and back stitching. You can definitely, for sure, do a diamond painting instead of the cross stitch by following the cross stitch pattern the same way you would if you were stitching it. But anyway, thank you for coming by. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much for coming back. I always look forward to spending time with friends. For those of you new, it's always great to meet new friends. I met a lot of great new friends at StitchCon this weekend. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. It's always great to spend time with friends that have been around a while and friends that have subscribed. If you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so by clicking the subscription button below in the description box, and also click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content. Usually, most recently, my content's been coming in about roughly every 2 weeks or so, give or take. It's been about a week since my last video. I last did, I think, StitchCon, a pre-StitchCon video last week sometime. But anyway, so yeah, thank you very much, and hopefully this will be kind of an interesting one. I don't know how long this video is going to be, because I'm going to I'm going to be recapping my experience at StitchCon 2022 down in Cincinnati, Ohio this week. And don't have many Stitchy updates with you because this last week, because of the board game convention here in Columbus that I went to last weekend, and then the preparing for StitchCon this past weekend, I didn't do any stitching last week until I got to StitchCon. So all my stitching that you will see in this video was completed at StitchCon, because I basically haven't stitched for like the last 2 weeks. So that's the thing. Let me double check that. Yes, so this is my sheet where I keep track of all my stitching. So this is last week leading up to our board game convention here in purple, and then this week leading up to StitchCon here in purple. And you see I basically have not stitched for 2 weeks. I am woefully behind in a lot of my Facebook stitching challenge groups, including my Whip Go for 2022, woefully behind. And yeah, so there is that. The lighting in here may be changing as this video goes along, but that's because it is 8:30 at night and the sun is going down. So for those of you that might ask, this sign here, this is my light bright from my childhood. Yeah, this is the light bright I had when I was growing up. When we moved my mom here to Ohio in 2019 after my stepdad passed away, we brought a lot of my childhood toys that were stored away in the garage with us, including my light bright. And so I was just kind of playing around. This isn't perfect by any means, but it's just something I kind of freehanded in my light bright using kind of pretty colors. It is my light bright. I like it a lot. It is my vintage plastic light bright. So you can kind of see, yeah. It is my old light bright. This is just flat construction paper that I put on here. So yeah, if anybody knows of any way to design light bright patterns and print them onto the black construction paper so they fit the holes of the original light bright, please send me a message. I'd really like to figure out how to make these. I have a ton of light bright pigs. So yeah, there's that. That's a thing for me. All right, so welcome. This is my StitchCon Weekend Bee. So for those of you that don't know, StitchCon is a stitching retreat convention held down in the Cincinnati area of Ohio, which is in the southwest corner of Ohio, along the Ohio River, across from Covington, Kentucky. And StitchCon was started by Barbara Hills of Keepsakes Cross Stitch in Sharonville, Ohio. Barb got this idea of bringing Flosstubers and their fans together for a stitching retreat. So the first year was like 4 years ago now, I think. So they've had 4 of them. I believe the first one was 5 years ago, but they've only had 4 of them because they had to cancel the ones in 2020 because of the pandemic, I do believe. Yeah. So the first one was 5 years ago, but they've had 4 StitchCons. But anyway, the first one was at the La Quinta in Sharonville way back 5 years ago. And they had like 150 people at the convention. The second year, they moved to the Sharonville Convention Center and opened it up to more people. So the second year, they had, I want to say 400 people, something like that. So it blew up. It became a big thing. It was held in June usually, and so they had a waiting list. They've had a waiting list pretty much since the first year. And you sign up on the waiting list, and then they, they have sometime starting in July is when they open up the waiting list registration for the following year. And you get on the waiting list, and then they go through the waiting list and send out invoices. You have 2 weeks to pay your invoice to go. And because of the pandemic and everything, last year they decided to split it up into 2 weekends. So when you got on the waiting list for last year, you basically kind of picked the weekend that you wanted to go, either weekend A or weekend B. So they were going to take 300 registrations for weekend A and 300 registrations for weekend B. So they could take a total of 600. So it went from 150 people the first year to 300 to just over 300 or so the second year. And then the third year, it was canceled due to the pandemic, or the panini, as everybody in the FlossTube world is calling it. The panini canceled pretty much everything in the world. And so they didn't have it in 2020. And then in 2021, they decided to split it up into 2 weekends. So they could have 300 at one weekend and 300 the second weekend, and invite more people to come. So that's what they did last year, and it worked so well for them, they did it again this year. So you were on the wait list. You had to pick which weekend that you wanted to be invoiced for. So they'd go through the wait lists, and whenever a few openings popped up and people either didn't pay the registration or canceled, they opened it up to the next people in line on the wait list. They did it by wait list. And first person in, first person contacted kind of thing, because that was the most fair way to do it. So I was invoiced for 2019. I couldn't go because I had other plans. I was flying out to California. Didn't know it at the time, but this time of year I was flying out to California to help my mom with preparing my stepdad for coming home, and my stepdad died a week after I got out there. It's going to be hard. The last few days have been hard on my mom. They're going to continue to be hard on my mom as the next few weeks come past, because they shared a birthday. My mom and stepdad shared a birthday, and they got married on their birthday, and their anniversary and birthdays are July 29th. I think he passed just short of their 49th wedding anniversary, so this year's coming up on their 50th or their 51st wedding anniversary, what would have been. And my mom is, she's a little emotional about now, but yeah, it's, this is a hard time of year, because later this week is the anniversary of my dad's passing. So it's still a little rough. It's still a little raw. I feel kind of bad for Mom, and I do miss him, and I know she misses him terribly. The last several years, she spent taking care of him. Anyway, so enough about that. But yeah, so I did get invoiced in 2019. I couldn't go then. I did get invoiced for 2020, but as everybody knows, the panini canceled it, so I didn't get to go. I got invoiced for last year, but I also could not go last year just because of other things going on. And so when Mom and I were at the Stitching in the Springs retreat last December, I was talking with Sammy J. Stitches, also a FlossTuber here, and she had went to the first one, and she said it was just really big. So we were talking about it, and it happened that during the Stitching in the Springs retreat, I was sent my invoice for StitchCon. So unbeknownst to Mom, I had signed her up as well the same day I put mine on it, but I put my email address for her registration, and I got both of our invoices the weekend that we were at the Stitching in the Springs retreat. And Mom had mentioned during the retreat that she didn't have any interest in wanting to go to StitchCon. So when I got the email for her registration, I sent a response back indicating that she would not, she wished to cancel her registration. I, on the other hand, held on to mine because I knew I had 2 weeks to pay. And I came home after that stitching retreat, talked to my husband, and he's like, well, we have some money. Go ahead and register and go to StitchCon this next year and see what it's like. So I picked Weekend B because Weekend A was during Origins Game Fair, which is the board game convention I was at last weekend. So I opted to go to Weekend B and was really glad to get the opportunity to finally go. So this is my video for you. This is going to be kind of might seem a little haphazard, a little unplanned. It is. I just kind of want to get this done because I do have to go back to work tomorrow. But anyway, so we walked in to the Sharonville Center. I'll be including a video and photo montage, what I want to say, for you at the end. So be sure to stay tuned because you'll see some video clips, some pictures and stuff that I took, and just general fun. So this was the StitchCon passport that we received from this weekend. And inside we have, this is just your blah, 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 blah. This is just your general information packet about different things going on at the convention. And so like there's the itinerary, different things that you will see when the Smalls exchange would be happening, when things close. They also give a list of the StitchCon FlossTubers, but they didn't indicate on here which ones were during which weekend. They also did not include that list on the StitchCon Facebook group. You can only get on the StitchCon Facebook group if you're registered to attend the convention. They give you different things that are going on in Cincinnati during the weekend. What they didn't include was the anime convention that was also going on in the convention center Friday and Saturday. That was kind of interesting to see. They also give you a list of places to eat and stuff like that. They give you a free pattern in here. It says, be in a world full of muffins, be a cupcake. So cute little cross stitch pattern there. And just to think just how the StitchCon Annex and everything is going to work for the weekend. So we got that in our nice little information packet along with our StitchCon badges. So these are our StitchCon badges. We wore this all weekend. A couple of cute things there. Don't need those anymore. Those are our raffle tickets for Friday and Saturday. Oh, and this is for the hold room. We have a little hold room card for StitchCon in case we just wanted to get back to our seat to stitch some more and not wait in the lines in the annex to pay for the items that we were purchasing. So that was fun. So I actually didn't really prepare a whole lot before Wednesday to get to StitchCon. I was kind of tired from the board game convention the weekend before, and so I did most of my packing and stuff on Wednesday. I took Wednesday off. I originally hadn't taken Wednesday off, but I took Wednesday off and kind of last minute, and I'm glad I did because I spent kind of most of the day just getting through stuff and then ended up packing Wednesday night, and then I packed the car Thursday morning, headed out, and that was that. So actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and insert the video montage for you here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it. And I will come back at the end of this and show you some of my stitchy progress updates. So here is my montage for you all of some of the little video clips and the photos that I took during StitchCon. So sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab your stitching, stitch during the show, or just sit and watch, grab some popcorn, whatever you want to do. So I hope you enjoy this little video montage of my experiences at StitchCon 2022 Weekend B. Here you go. Hi YouTube friends, today is Thursday, June 15th, 16th, 15th, 16th. Anyway, it's Thursday, and it's Thursday, the first day of StitchCon. I'm coming to you today in my car. Oops, let me turn that off so I don't get nailed. Sorry about that, you guys. But I am in my car. I've got my stitchy stuff in the back seat and all of my clothing and everything for StitchCon in the trunk. And I am in my driveway still. So there's my neighbor's yard, and there's my garage door. And sorry that I'm making you sick. There's my mom's car. There's the front of our house, sitting in my driveway getting ready to pull out. It's 10:05 a.m. here, and I'm getting ready to drive. I got about an hour and 45-minute drive down to the convention center in Sharonville, Ohio for StitchCon, my first StitchCon. And yeah, so this will be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know how much video, how many pictures and whatnot I will be capturing this weekend, but anyway, I hope to be doing a StitchCon wrap-up. So in the back seat here, you can see this piece here. That is a Heaven and Earth design. It's Faces of Fairy 135, I believe, by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I have it on a poster board because right below it is the diamond painting that I'm working on, where I'm taking the Heaven and Earth Designs chart and doing the cross stitch that I've already stitched into diamond painting. So I wanted to show that off this weekend. And I have an Asian geisha that's framed, that's on the seat right behind the poster board there. So anyway, sorry the camera's so shaky, and I hope this doesn't make you sick, but yeah, I'm on my way to StitchCon, so I don't know if I'll be doing any videos on the way. I'm hoping to get down there. The stitching room and registration starts at noon down there, so I'm heading to the convention center, and we will see you there. All right, take care everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye. this is the main stitching room at StitchCon this year. Lots of familiar faces here. And this is the brag table area. So I'm just going to show you some of the things more up close. This is the brag table, people's finishes that they brought in to share. Look at this lighthouse. There's the Satsuma Street. Another Satsuma Street cat. There's one of the Fritas. Ronny from GaRon Tottenbags, he finished this up yesterday. This nice little blanket. Look at the blanket. You can get an idea of some of the finishing. Sorry about the glare. These are elegant pumpkins. Look at the little eggs, the egg nest, bothy threads. Pam, that's Pam's from Pam and Steph who just keep stitching. That looks like a shepherd's bush. Yes, that is a shepherd's bush. Look at the pumpkin. A little weather vane. Look at that. Here's a Pokemon. Look at this one. This one's huge. Huge. We have plants. There's my geisha. It's called Elegance of the Orient. And then here is my lots of very nice finishes. It's an older Nora Corbett. Oh, look at all these tiny little ones.
These are cute.
So this pumpkin is all beads.
Wow.
You're not going to be able to see the shine. Well, maybe you can on the orange.
Yeah, the ones on the table are easy to photograph.
Yeah.
Because there's no glare from the light.
Look at that whale. There's a long dog. Once a year. There's another one of these that are framed that are down there. That's the Queen of the Sea Cell. And then we have the Nora Corbett reindeer and sled. We have Carolyn Manning and an ink circles. Look at that ink circles. That ink circles is beautiful. And then we have this one. Look at the shadow box. It's one of those Kirby houses. Look at the nutcracker. This is another long dog done on 40 count. This is my friend Kelly's. Counted canvas. This is a piece that I've been wanting to do forever. It's really nice to see it. It's a Hardinger piece. Just left the table over there, and then we're coming over here. Set of flowers. There's another lady working on this here this weekend. Look at this Madonna. This is pretty too. This one's rather large. The Mickey Mouse. So I think this looks like Ronny or Gary from GaRon Tottenbags. I think you posed for that. Another Kirby house. It's the same one we saw over there in the shadow box. It's a temperature tree. A lot of people are doing those this year. One of the Mirabilia Celtic ladies, lavender lace Celtic ladies. That's Celtic Noel. The Trans Pride Tapestry Unicorn. And Pringles. That is the Dark Queen Under the Sea. Sal. Turkey Biscornu. I think I have that Turkey Biscornu pattern. This is beautiful too. This is a mid-Amish life. This is how I'm stitching mine right here. I'm going to stitch it on one big piece of fabric. I also have her in progress. This is the cryptid cell. This is a prairie schooler. Look at that. And that's it for the brag tables. So we have all of the brag stuff all the way down there, and it wraps. She just finished a piece, that's why she rang the bell and everybody cheered, but all the way around there. Alright, thanks for watching.
Smalls Exchange number 1. Go ahead.
When I open it, you'll be able to look underneath. There's a handle. And I just ran the
Smalls Exchange for group number 1, which is my group, the red group.
I poured vinegar out and I washed it really good.
There's some extras showing it.
Hello.
Can you see mine?
I saw yours.
Did you make the bees out of There just wouldn't be.
Okay, that's adorable.
That is so cute. I see this.
Fun, fun, fun.
I was like, oh man.
It presented a few challenges. Oh, wow. Awesome. Why couldn't you be supposed to give our chair? I came to see how the packages look.
Oh, they look amazing.
They look great. Oh.
So this is the Smalls Exchange that just happened. I am in this Smalls Exchange. So we have some really pretty things here. So this one is mine. Look at the project bag. There's the one I stitched. Oh, look at that bear. So cute.
Oh, it's got a grind.
Oh, look at the 4th of July. That's really pretty. Look at the pie. The bird and bird's nest is nice.
That's what she That's what her that's really adorable. Does she do the crochet too? Her daughter does it. She's like, I feel like I didn't do that. No, I think
son.
Okay.
And Joe's down there. But no, welcome to those of you that were... So, pull it out if you can, and I will direct you to a couple of things on more or less the 4th page.
Whoops. So this is Smalls Exchange number 2. Look at that, isn't that cute?
I can tell you. I'm impressed. I did that on the leader.
Look at the frogs. Oh, they got another tin. Look at the frogs.
She's got, I figured she could do whatever with the stickers because the flash wraps are pretty. But, yeah, and there's a card, some cards in there. There's one of my little thread beds that I took in. Yeah. Very nice. There we go.
That's really cute.
Yeah, that was that Lazy Kate, and I picked it up and I took it. I really liked it, and I thought, well, shoot, that'll do good for my smalls exchange, you know?
See, look at the stickers.
These are the, I just really do.
What pattern is that? It's from a bigger sampler. No, it's this one. It's from a bigger sampler. Remember?
Is it the one with the bird?
I don't know. It's just it's a bigger one. It has that as a small.
Beautiful.
I'm not sure.
Look at that. Look at the mug to go with it and the beeswax. Project going. That one's cute. Look at all the prints. Look at the peacocks. Beautiful the scissors are. Smalls Exchange table. That's really cute.
with a mouth.
Oh, the hedgehog. Oops, sorry. Somebody got the hedgehog. Lindy Stitches.
Oh, somebody did it.
Oh, that's really cute.
I just want to touch
I'm
it.
sorry if I poked you a little bit ago.
Yes.
No, I just realized I still have my laying tool in my finger, so. Oh, look at that. That's cute. With the wine glass.
Have you ever made one like this one?
I'm fairly new.
Okay.
And I don't tend to do stuff like this. I tend to do stuff like this.
There you go.
Patriotic stuff.
I guess. Doggy bag.
Yep.
Cute. It's cute. Cute. Nice. Needle book. Very cute.
I saw one of those yesterday, and I had that kid up for 3 years.
Oh, that's a cute set.
Oh, the little squirrel.
My kids were in 4-H and had all the little critters.
Look at that owl. That owl's cute. What TV show is that from? Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. It's part of their song. I can't remember what show that's from. This is too cute. This is the one my table mate got. Oh, that's cute. Oh, somebody made a stitching book. Look at that. Very nice. Everybody, I'm glad we're back. So I hope you enjoyed the little videos and photo snippets of my experience at StitchCon. It was a wonderful experience. I've been to stitching retreats, smaller stitching retreats than StitchCon in the past. And while I wasn't a newbie to the whole retreat atmosphere, I was definitely a newbie to StitchCon. I didn't really know what to expect during the weekend. I had heard that the amount of people is a little overwhelming. And I will tell you that, It was a great experience walking into the Sharonville Convention Center, standing at the top of the stairs, waiting in line for registration, and taking a couple steps down and looking over to the registration desk and seeing Pam and Stephanie from Just Keep Stitchin' working the registration desk. It was I was like, wow, I'm here. I'm really here. So when I walked up to the registration desk, it was pretty funny. Pam looked up and she didn't have anybody in her line. They had them sorted by alphabetically. She didn't have anybody in her line, and she was talking to the people waiting in line, and she looked up and she saw me. She's like, "Oh, hey, Tina." I'm like, "Hey, Pam." So that was kind of nice just to be recognized by Pam from Just Keep Stitchin'. So I walked up to Stephanie, and before I even got up there, she had already found my packet and she was ready to hand it to me. So that was kind of nice too, that, you know, a FlossTube celebrity like Stephanie and Pam would just recognize little old me. You know, that was kind of nice. It was a great experience. So you know, I walked in with my rolling bag of stitchy stuff that I had and my purse, and I walked over to the main room after taking a couple of little pictures in the hallway, and walked into the big room, the big stitching room. And I had to stop because I was like, whoa. Yeah, I was a little overwhelmed. I've been in big situations like that, but you know what? I just kind of walked in, I saw the tables, and I walked over along the left-hand side of the room, because where you entered was basically the front corner of the room. So I walked along the left-hand side just as you step in the door, and found table 34. Had 2 people sitting at it. So I found a seat on the opposite side of the round table, because they were nice round tables. There were 6 seats to every table. And I asked them if I could sit down, and they said sure. So I met Lisa and Jennifer. And a little bit later on, Sue came and sat at our table. So there was 4 of us sitting at table 34. Lisa, Jennifer, and Sue, and it was a great time. We had a really good time talking. But anyway, so I sat down, you know, made small talk and everything, and the first little bit, I just kept looking around to see who was all there, and there was quite a fun mix of people I recognize on YouTube. Gary and Ronny from GaRon Tottenbags were there already, and they were sitting at their table stitching and just having a good old time. People were mingling, people were walking around, people were talking, people were stitching. There was laughter, there was talking, there was visiting and hugging and chatting and all kinds of stuff going on. And that's pretty much the exact way it happened all weekend long. So I pretty much stayed at table 34. I didn't actually move around table to table. Most people pretty much had their base table, so to speak, but there was a lot of mingling and walking around and everything like that. It was a great amount of fun. Getting to meet Pam was great. I had met Stephanie when I was at Keepsakes back in October, coming home from my niece's wedding in Arkansas. So it was great to finally meet Pam. That was a real great experience. It was great meeting Barb Hills from Keepsakes. She's a really nice person, really down to earth, everything like that. And yeah, it was just a fun time. So prior to getting to StitchCon, I wasn't entirely sure what projects I was going to take. So I settled on a couple of different projects based on WhipGo, and also not based on WhipGo. So one of the projects that I took, don't mind this, was the Progress Pride flag from MI Studio Creates. I did work on that just a little bit this weekend. So for the Progress Pride flag, I had basically part of all of these colors that you can see here done, or part of them completed. So the blue I didn't work on much, but I got the pink finished there. I got The brown was already finished. I worked a little more on the blue, and then I added some of the white stitching that's in here. You're not going to be, you can kind of see the white, but you're not going to really be able to see it. So I did work on this Friday night in the late night stitching room at the La Quinta where I was staying. But I think I got like about 150 stitches in on this Friday night. So this was my late night stitching room project for Friday night. So this is my GaRon Tottenbags tote that I had with me. I got Gary and Ronny to both sign my tote. It was great meeting Ronny. He gives such great hugs. He's such a nice person. They both are. They're both real down to earth. But he was social butterfly and going around table to table just giving everybody love. He's such a sweetheart. I was really glad to finally meet him. I had met Gary in California in 2019 when I was out helping a mom after my dad passed away. There was a Southern California Stitchers meetup at a Panera in the area, and Gary happened to be out there for a business trip, and he went to the meetup. So I made sure I made it to the meetup and got to meet him as well. So I'd already met Gary before. One of the pieces I decided to take with me, I didn't work on, was the Saltwater Scrapbook by Lindy Stitches and the Blue Flower. You may remember this. This is the piece that came out. It was a collaboration piece. I took this with me, but I didn't get any stitching done on it, so I'm not going to show you. I do have to say, though, that in the annex, they had some Lindy Stitches patterns, and they had the model for this up on display in the Stitchy room. So they had this piece up there. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. These pictures that they get on the patterns don't do things justice. So I thought I might pull it out this weekend, but it ended up not coming out. So I don't have any updates on that one for you. Another piece that I took with me that I really didn't get any stitching time in is the stained glass Hello Kitty that I got off of Etsy. So I had this with me, but because it's such a large, it's on a Q-snap, a rather large Q-snap, I didn't want to take up that much space at the table, so I didn't bring it out. Plus, I'm doing it 1/1 full cross on 32 count easy count fabric. I just didn't want to bring out anything quite that big. I did bring it out for people to see, but yeah. So I took that with me, but I didn't stitch on it, so I don't have any progress update to show you. Then another one that I took with me, I was going to try and make this my StitchCon start, and then Sunday I was like, yeah, I need to really start that, but I didn't. So I didn't even have a StitchCon start this weekend, you guys. So this is out of the Just Cross Stitch August 2021 issue. This is called Seaside Summer. You're not going to be able to get a good look at it, but it's a little bit of a beachy kind of scene bookmark. I was going to do this as my StitchCon start, potentially starting it like Thursday or Friday, with the hopes of being able to finish it and ring the bell at StitchCon. But I didn't even start it, so it never came out of my cart. So I didn't work on this at all. So I never had a StitchCon start. Kind of feel a little bit of a missed opportunity there, but yeah, so I didn't have any work on that. And then that leads me to the one that I worked on the most this weekend, and I actually got quite a lot of progress on this. This is Hands-on Design Cookie Exchange, and this is the one that was released late last year. Can I even show that? No. But yeah, this is the hands-on design cookie exchange. You may have remembered seeing that. So this is a really cute small piece. I'm stitching it on That's So Calico. No, that's not that. I got the bonus bits from That's So Calico. So I got the floss drops, needle minder, and floss organizer for the cookie exchange. I don't know if you remember seeing these on other people's things, but I did get that as a kit. And I got the Fabrics by Stephanie, Vintage Tiffany. I got 32 count Lugana. So here is my current situation with cookie exchange. So at StitchCon, where I started was I had all this brown table done. I had the blue plate underneath these brown cookies, and I had the brown cookie parts of the brown cookies completed. I didn't have anything else completed on this. So when I brought this out, I was intending to potentially finish this. This was going to be one of my StitchCon finishes besides that Seaside bookmark. So on Saturday, I got most of these finished, these cookies and the little red and white peppermint swirls or ribbons holding them up. So I got the cookies finished, don't mind the thing. And then on Friday and Saturday, I was working on these medallions and filling in the whites in the cookies and the red spots. So I did some of that. I did some of the white and the cookies and the red spots on Friday as well. So I did some of this on Thursday, this and some of this on Friday. Then on Saturday, I started filling in the candy canes, so you can see the whites in the candy canes. I did the blue here, and I did the red stripes on the bowl. I didn't have the white filled in any of these medallions up here, or in these candy canes or this bowl. I didn't have any of the white or the 3865 filled in for that. I did those on Sunday, and I was dog tired. By the time I was done Sunday, I didn't have enough time to finish the table. The table comes out in another 5 rows. I also didn't have the energy or the time to finish up the shelf brackets, nor the holly that's here. There's this holly here that I did, but there's another piece of holly here. There's some little sprinkles of color throughout here. There's the back stitching of the glass cover for the cookies. Some of the there's back stitching on here. There's also a spoon sticking out of the bowl, the mixing bowl, and then there's another string of holly down here as well. I didn't do all of that because I was kind of burnt out Sunday afternoon. I ended up packing up and leaving about 12 or 12:30 on Sunday because I was just way tired. I only had about a 2-hour drive to get there. But this is the piece that I worked on for most of StitchCon 2022. This is a Whip Go piece for me. So this one is an April box. This is box number 10 for me. Finished stitching on a piece that is close to being done, not already listed on my board. So I wrote in cookie exchange. So my goal for Stitch Go or for Whip Go for April is to finish this. As you can see, it's June and I still haven't finished it. So my goal is going to be to finish this. Hopefully Whip Go weekend I can make progress on this. I think I'm closest to finishing this. But anyway, those are the pieces that I got for that I worked on or took with me, the whips that I took with me to work on at StitchCon. So StitchCon, you have the opportunity to purchase what's called spirit wear. So you have the opportunity to purchase StitchCon t-shirts. So I got 2 StitchCon t-shirts for the second Spirit Wear sale that were waiting for me when I got to StitchCon. So I picked them up as well. The first one I got is this one. So you can see it says StitchCon on it. Now this is a purple shirt. I don't know how well it's going to show up on there. Now you can see the lettering on this pretty good in this light. But I really wish, especially for this darker shirt, that they would have put the printing in a different color. I would really wish that it would have come in like a white, purple with white stitching, because just looking at this from the naked eye, unless you're right up on it, you're not going to be able to read that and read what it says. So I really wish that they would have put the printing on this either in like a gray or a pink or a white, because it would show up a little better than black on a dark purple. But the other one I got is kind of more like a baseball shirt. It's really super soft. This is my second StitchCon shirt. Really happy with this. I was intending to take one of my StitchCon shirts and get everybody at StitchCon to sign it. But there's 2 things that kind of stopped me from having people. There's a couple of things actually that stopped me from having people sign my shirt. I wasn't sure which one I was going to do initially because I couldn't remember what color this was coming in. But this would have been the shirt that I would have had everybody sign. But the thing is, Ronny from GaRon Tottenbags, Ronny's the one that sews all the project bags and grime guards. He always has everybody sign his StitchCon t-shirt or his GaRon t-shirt at StitchCon. Everybody signs his GaRon t-shirt on Saturday, I believe, is when he was doing it. And I didn't want to take away from that. That's kind of Ronny's thing. Everybody signs Ronny's t-shirt. So I didn't really want to take away from that. So I didn't really have anybody sign my t-shirt. So there's kind of a missed opportunity there. But also, Gary wears his t-shirt as everybody signs it. He has another t-shirt up underneath it. And this t-shirt, it's really, really nice and really soft, but it is really rather on the thin side. So, yeah, it is really thin. And I wasn't sure how much the Sharpie markers would bleed through. So I just decided to forego having people sign my shirt this year because that is a Ronny thing, and I didn't kind of want to take away from his thing. He did that last year too, and it was a big hit. Everybody loved doing it, and nobody knows. Not many people know who I am yet. So I just decided that I wasn't gonna get my shirt signed, so I didn't. So that was my Spirit Wear. All right, whoops, that kind of came off. Bear with me just a minute. There we go. All right, so I had to get organized. So let me get this back in the box before I lose it, or back in the bag before I lose it. Sorry about that, you guys. I am totally unorganized. It's all right, though. I'm sometimes like this. Yeah. So you can see the lighting is changing in here to a degree. There we go. All right, so the lighting is changing, the sun is going down. So in a little bit it's going to be a little dark. All right, so while I was at StitchCon, they have an annex at the Sharonville Convention Center, and they have basically like small mini trunk shows from a bunch of different designers, and also up and coming designers and up and coming cross stitch fabric dyers and needle minder people and everything like that. So you could go shop in the annex and make your purchases and everything. So this project bag is full of my annex purchases from StitchCon. So this project bag here is a new purchase for me. I have not purchased project bags from this company before. This is from Black Cat X Stitchery. Black Cat X Stitchery. The cute thing is she puts these little kitty charms on her bags. They're so cute. But this bag is from Black Cat X Stitchery. So this is my new project bag. So really happy about that. I think the hedgehogs are just cute as heck. All right. So anyway, this is the inside of said project bag. It is a vinyl front bag. Very nice. And I think it'll hold an 11 by 11 Q snap quite well. So that is that. I will get to the fabrics first. So I also purchased fabrics from two new companies that I haven't previously bought fabric from in the past. So I wanted to get some new to me fabrics. So I was going through and picking out a few pieces. So the first company that I bought from, I ended up buying, two pieces of fabric for myself and one piece of fabric for my mom. And the second company, I bought one piece of fabric. So I came home with 4 new pieces of fabric. So this first one I'm going to show you is a 14 count Aida. This is from Fortnite Fabrics, Derek and his name just is Christian. Derek and Christian. This is in a lavender color. I don't know how well the lavender color is coming out, but it is very, very pretty. This is the colorway Opulent. This is for my mom. She was very happy to get it. This next piece is also from Fortnite Fabrics. I got three Fortnite fabric pieces. This is from Fortnite Fabric. This is called Santa Rita Charm. This is a 36 count, and I got a 1/4 yard 36 count linen. This is Santa Rita Charm. And this is a brighter purple than Mom's. Santa Rita Charm. Now this next one may not photograph well, just because of the color. It may not photograph well, it may not video well in this light. But the next color way that I got from Fortnite Fabrics, and the third one, is called Sea Glass. It's a very beautiful mint green. It's not going to come out well in this, but it's a very, very beautiful, like aqua green color. Very, very beautiful. You can't really see much modeling in this. It's more solid than a lot of theirs, but it's absolutely beautiful. I just had to get a piece of it. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on any of these just yet. Inspiration will come to me at a time later down the road. And then this next piece of fabric, you may be a fan of the Steel City Stitchers. One of the 4 Steel City Stitchers from the Pittsburgh area, her name is Jody. She hand dyes fabric. This is a Jody fabric that I got, and it's 40 count linen. I got a 1/4 yard. This one didn't have a name, so I don't know what to call it. But this is a Jody fabric. Look at this, you guys. And it's 40 count. Absolutely stunning. So I have my very first piece of Jody fabric from the Steel City Stitchers. So I'm all excited about that. Okay, so that is the fabric. Well, sorry about that. I accidentally tapped the little mouse pad, touchpad on my laptop and stopped the video just as I was putting my fabrics away. So, some new fabrics to me. Now I will get into some of the patterns that I purchased both in the annex and at Keepsakes while I was down at StitchCon. So, fabrics. I just want to keep these prepped and ready to go. Okay. So when I went to Keepsakes, actually let me finish the annex patterns first. Here is Black Cat X Stitchery's business card and how to contact her. I'll put this back in the project bag so I don't lose it. There we go. All right. So also in the annex, one of the small trunk shows they had was Works by ABC. And this was one of the patterns that was one of the models that was on the table. Absolutely stunning in person. So I picked it up. I figured if nothing else, this might be something that Mom would want to stitch. She was really eyeing it today when I brought it home. So Mom may end up stitching this. I may be picking up a couple of other ones of theirs. But I may also stitch this. I may stitch this on a 40 count fabric. I don't know yet. So this is Works by ABC. This is called Rosebud Lace. Another pattern I got that is exclusive to Keepsakes Cross Stitch. So Keepsakes has a black cat that lives at the cross stitch store, and their black cat is named 310 for DMC 310. And black cat or 310 is known by everybody. So Kitty and Me Designs, you know, they have their colorful cat series. I have a couple of their colorful cats in my stash, and also I'm stitching on one of the colorful bunny lavender. You may have seen it in a few earlier videos this year because I was stitching it around April. But they designed 310 for Keepsakes, and I picked it up. Kitty and Me Designs, Colorful Cats, 310. You can get this by contacting Keepsakes Cross Stitch in Sharonville, Ohio, if you want this. And here is 310, the cat, on the back. So, 310 the cat, really pretty. Another StitchCon exclusive this year was the StitchCon 2022. It says, Friends new and old, sharing a common thread, Keepsakes, Cincinnati. And there's the motto, StitchCon, bringing FlossTubers and fans together. So, StitchCon. This is also a StitchCon exclusive. It's called Stitch Happiness, and it's from Jan Hicks Creates. This is a StitchCon exclusive pattern. Primitive and samplers aren't necessarily my aesthetic, per se, but it's an exclusive pattern. The only way I could get it is at StitchCon, so I got it. And so that's all the patterns I got. While I was at Keepsakes, I picked up 2 skeins of Weeks Dye Works Pistachio because I've had this on my shopping list for a while and they happen to have it in stock. And I also got some more of these. Those of you that have watched FlossTube for a while or been around the stitching community know that these are fabric. These are fabric things where you can hold your fabric around your Q-snap frames and stuff, your excess fabric, to keep it out of your stitching way. So I got a set of 4. So I now have 4 more in purple. So that was basically all my stitching purchases. No, it wasn't either. Hold on just a minute. All right, so I got 4 new needle binders. One of them I gave to my mom already. Zappy Dots, I got 310 the cat. Look at that cat. I had to get 310 the cat. So Zappy Dots is a company that is either already out of business or soon to be going out of business. So Keepsakes had their Zappy Dots needle binders for half off. The one I got for Mom was the Keepsakes building, and I've already given that to her. So in the annex, they had a display of Rebel Stitcher's needle binders. So Rebel Stitcher is another floss tuber, and part of her fame is her dog Albus. Albus, I believe, is a French bulldog. If he's not, somebody please correct me, but I think he's a French bulldog. Anyway, she designs needle minders, and one of her exclusive needle minders that I've been wanting for a little while was the Yeti making snow angels. Yep. So I got that. That was new to me. And then she also had a Hello Kitty needle minder that I just had to have. That was totally cute because I love Hello Kitty. So yeah, Rebel Stitcher. So here's how you can get Rebel Stitcher needle minders if rebelstitcher.com. Okay. So those were the new needle minders that I got. So that is all my new fabric and pattern purchases that I made at StitchCon. I'm going to go ahead and put these. Well, okay, no, I'm not. Apparently, I will just set these up here for now. All right. So one of the big things that happens that started at StitchCon last year was the Great Floss Drop Exchange, and everybody made floss drops to exchange for people, and a lot of them gave them free. I kind of at the last minute made my own floss drops. That was the little Hello Kitty piece that you saw that I was cutting with my paper cutter. I was doing those until late Wednesday night, trying to get them ready for StitchCon. I took about 200, give or take, and yeah. So my floss drops. So these are some of the floss drops that I was given. These ones came from Black Cat X Stitchery, little roses. Just little cardstock, different patterns. Most people gave out 5. These ones are really cute. It's a stitch piece that the lady stitched. This is from Mo Deneen. She's on Instagram, Mo Deneen. These ones are from Southern Yankee Stitcher. These ones are from Southern Yankee Stitcher. It's a piece that she, I believe, designed and stitched. Showed that. These ones don't have a name, but they're really cute. These ones also don't have a name, but they're really cute. These ones came from my friend Kelly. Kelly has a FlossTube channel, Don't Run with Scissors. She also has a candle company, Hillbilly Candle Company. So that is her Hillbilly Candle Company slogan. And she put these together. Her FlossTube is Don't Run with Scissors. So her intro is, I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins and 3 crazy rescue dogs who likes to craft in her spare time, has gone back to school to be an ASL interpreter, and is training for Ironman. So that is her slogan. So she just put different pictures. That is actually her. Different pictures of her in various things, a couple of her dogs, and stuff like that. Just various different things that she put together. She also has the Ironman logo on her flash drops, so that those came from her. looks like I have a second set from Black Cat X Stitchery, just more roses. This one, that was another Modinine. Do I have this one? It doesn't say who it came from. But yeah, it doesn't say who it came from. And then we get these ones. These ones came from Kelly Elizardo on Instagram. Kelly Elizardo. We have this one is from Stitching with Grammy. And she included the pineapple charms on everybody's floss tags because pineapples are welcoming to everybody. These are from Cross Stitch Fancies. So we have the bunnies, the little bunnies. Bunnies are cute. This one I think might have a couple different ones in it. Yeah, so these ones are from Finding Judy. Very nice. These ones are from Fifth Daughter Traditions. Fifth Daughter. Lots of them. These are from Crafty Kara. And from Pam and Steph, we got First Day at School pictures from Pam and Steph of Just Keep Stitching. Cute. Look at that. So yeah, I ended up with a lot of floss drops to use with projects coming up. So that was kind of a new thing, new to me. I wasn't necessarily prepared for all of that, but I had fun with it, you know. Yeah, I had fun with it. So that is going to go in my floss drop collection. Hey, what are you doing? One of my cats is being needy. Char is being needy. But yeah, so I have a lot of floss drops. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry this is going to, well, I'm not really sorry. I'm sorry this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but it's the only update I have and the only update I'm going to have for you. So we have floss drops and everything like that. I gave you my stitching update. As a parting gift for all of us attendees, we got these little make and take kits. So you see it has, I think those are called lobster clasps and little charms. This is supposed to be a scissor fob. Not entirely sure quite yet how to put it together. But yeah, so we have a scissor fob with all the charms. I'd like to see, I'm going to post to see if anybody's put it together yet and how they've put it together so I can see how to do mine. I'm really excited to get this because I have a couple pairs of scissors that need scissor fobs. So another thing that people exchanged this weekend as well were needle binders. And I don't know, I don't have all the needle binders here because I already gave Mom some of hers. So a couple of the needle binders that I picked through. Okay, so a couple of the needle binders that I got. Here's another set of flash drops. This is Cisco and Gretchen. Cisco's her dog. So that was cute. One of the other things we got were these very nice tote bags for StitchCon. They were filled with this very, very nice StitchCon notebook and StitchCon gel pen with a rubber nib for stuff. So very nice. It's just, you know, you undo this and you open it up, and it's got lined pages in it. So really nice little notebook. Not sure yet what I'm going to use for it. A bunch of people were using their notebook to take notes, to write down people's names. I probably should have done that. Had people at my table sign it and put their contact info. Didn't think about it. Again, missed opportunity. A little overwhelmed, everything like that. So those were our bags. All right, so I was going to talk about the needle minders that I got. Maybe. That isn't all the needle minders I got. Well, anyway, it's some of the needle minders that I ended up with. So one of the ladies was passing out cats. So I got that cat. Thought he was really cute. One of my table mates had House of Ming needle minders that she was giving out. I picked up 2. I don't have the ones to show you, but my mom took the Pokemon ball one, and I have the little panda girl one. But she also loves penguins, so she made these little penguin needle minders. So I got a penguin. Somebody had Karopi needle minders. So being a Sanrio fan, I had to get myself a little Karopi needle minder. And GaRon Tottenbags, Gary and Ronny, they were giving out these little metal needle cases. Little magnetic needle cases and stuff. So GaRon Tottenbags. So those are some of just the many things that I got at StitchCon. It was a wonderful weekend. I would do it again, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go next year. I think this is going to be an every couple of year thing for me. So I'm probably not going to be going for at least another year or 2. I'm not going to go next year, most likely. I'll probably get on the waiting list just in case things change, but I'm not anticipating going next year. Met plenty of people. I got to meet my friend Kelly from Don't Run with Scissors. It was great to meet her. I got to meet my friend Rin from Stitchy Rin. She is another good online friend of mine that we've talked on Zoom meetings and stuff. She was really involved with Stitch Life magazine and Dana, and she knows her really well. So we were the 3 of us kind of connected through Stitch Life magazine and the Zoom meetings that they were having during the week, during the day. When I was fully working from home, I could log into the Zoom meetings and talk to them. So I finally got to meet Rin McGinnis from Stitchy Rin and Kelly with Don't Run with Scissors. And so that was really nice to finally meet them. So yeah, it was a fun weekend. It was a lot of fun. I'm still a little overwhelmed and still kind of coming down from that convention high and that warm, fuzzy feeling. Meeting celebrities like Gary and Ronny from GaRon Tottenbags, Pam and Steph. I know M as in Mark, MBC Stitcher was there this weekend. Amy Loves Toads was there this weekend. Crafty Kara was there. I met her sort of in passing. Kea Bee was there with her husband. Quite a few other YouTubers were there. There's a big list of it. I put the list, the picture of the Flosstubers that were there at Weekend B up for you. So just in case you're wondering, you can stop there and go see them. Plenty of people to see, plenty of people to visit with, and it was a little overwhelming. Yeah, so anyway, that is my haul. So if you ever have a chance to go to StitchCon, I would recommend going to StitchCon. Don't be nervous about going. Once you get there, you might be nervous getting there. You may be nervous walking in. But as the weekend wears on, your nervousness will go away. And it's just like being with your family. StitchCon people are your people. So if you can, go to StitchCon. It's a wonderful experience. I'd like to say that I'll be going every year from now on, but yeah, I don't know that I'll be going every year in succession. I'll probably be doing every other year, every 3rd year. I don't know. Chances are likely I will not be going next year, but I would like to go again. I would very much like to go again. I hope it continues and everything like that. It is a wonderful experience, you guys. I was so happy. I got stitching done. I wasn't sure how I was going to be. Oh, and I met Tiffany from Tiffers World. She's great. I love her to death. She's so fun to be around. Such a great spark of joy. And we got to hang out at the late night stitching room quite a bit. So I got to meet her. She was really interested in roller derby too, so I got to talk to her about that. Hi. But anyway, it was great to meet everybody. Really great. So a little overwhelmed. I'm still a little tired. So I'm going to be wrapping this up soon so I can get this video edited and uploaded for you. And hopefully you'll see this by the end of this week. So I don't have any other plans to share with you now because I am 2 weeks behind in all my challenge groups. And I need to kind of spend a couple of days and catch up. I'm probably not going to be stitching in the next couple of days just because I am tired. And I may wait until the weekend to actually start stitching again because I'm a little stitched out. Yeah, and the weekend was great. It was overwhelming. It was a great experience though. So if you have the chance to go to StitchCon, I highly recommend you go. It was a great experience and a great time. It doesn't matter that you don't know anybody. Didn't really know anybody in person, got to know quite a few. The events are fun. It's just a great time. And everybody talks to everybody else. Pam and Steph were great. All the other people were great. Gary and Ronny were great. Tiffany from Tiffers World was great. You know, Kelly from Don't Run with Scissors and Rin from Stitchy Rin, they were all great and great to talk to and great to be around. Kara, you know, Amy Loves Toads, all those other FlossTubers I didn't get the chance to actually talk to. Again, missed opportunities. Do everything you can. If you think of it, do the Smalls Exchange. The Smalls Exchange was really nice. I forgot to show you my Smalls Exchange. So my Smalls Exchange person was actually sitting at Gary and Ronnie's table. Her name is Deb. So her Smalls Exchange came in this really cute lamb bag. And it got a little beat up in transit. I never did open it up. So this came from Deb Hoban. The pattern is Say Thanks by Shepherd's Bush. She was sitting at table 19 with Gary and Ronnie. She finished it in this really cute little box. And there's the pattern. There we go. And inside the box was this nice little sheep needle minder. Look how cute this sheep is. And there's 3 pins stuck through the sheep. We have a little blackbird, a little pumpkin, and a little acorn pin. We have some Pat Carson needles. You can't get these anymore. These are size 28 needles, which happen to be my favorite size of needle, Pat Carson needles. And we have a needle threader. Really pretty little needle threader. You see the little wire? So there's a little wire. You can barely see it. There's this little wire on here. That's what you use to thread your needles with. So you stick the wire through the eye of your needle, put the thread through it, and then pull it through. This is a little needle threader. Really cute, really pretty little needle threader. So this was my StitchCon small. Thank you, Deb Honan. I think that's how you say it. Deb Hoban. Thank you, Deb Hoban. I wish she would have put where she was from on here. But thank you, Deb Hoban, for this wonderful little StitchCon small. I apologize for waiting till the end of my video to show you this. But if you can, and if you're going to go to StitchCon, and if it's going to be your first StitchCon, I would recommend that you participate in the StitchCon small. It was a lot of fun. My small session was on Friday. They had 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. They split it up that way, so there's not a mad rush of 300 people trying to find their smalls person. Lovely lady got my StitchCon small. You'll be seeing the making of my StitchCon small video hopefully sometime this week too. That's the other reason why I'm probably not going to stitch, is because I have to work on getting that video together and uploaded for you. But anyway, so that is my StitchCon wrap up, you guys. Sorry it's a little discombobulated, but that's kind of how I'm feeling after getting home from StitchCon. A little overwhelming, a little tiring, actually a lot tiring. And I have to go back to work tomorrow. So I hope you guys are having a good Juneteenth. I am off work today because of Juneteenth. My company has declared that a company holiday as well. So since Juneteenth was actually yesterday, we get today off. So that was a nice bonus after, you know, the StitchCon hangover, so to speak. So just being able to kind of relax and do not much today was really nice. But I do have to go back to work tomorrow, which is another reason why I probably won't be stitching much this weekend. And anyway, so that's all I have for you tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed this rather long video, and hopefully you've gotten something out of it. I'm not going to have much for you probably for another 2 weeks or so, because again, I still have to plan and I still have to catch up, and I have a lot of catching up to do. So that being said, keep calm and craft on, no matter what your craft happens to be. Keep on keeping on, because that's all we can do. And until next time, we'll see you then. All right, take care, you guys. Bye. Thanks for stopping.